Most people recognize mold fairly easily. It's the green fuzz on the bread you forgot to throw away before you left on vacation, or the slimy black stuff that grows around your bathtub. Molds are ubiquitous in nature, meaning molds can grow just about anywhere. At this very moment, mold spores may be landing on and around you. Spores are released by mold and may remain airborne for some time before landing. Then they wait. With the right conditions, one spore turns into a recognizable mold colony. These conditions include humidity, the right temperature, and a food source. Different mold species require different levels of moisture to thrive, but most molds grow in conditions above 50% relative humidity. Any comfortable indoor temperature is well within the range for rapid mold growth. As for food, molds grow on wood, including paper and cardboard, cloth, carpets, leather, sheetrock, insulation, and of course on the foods we eat. Large amounts of mold spores are released into the air. Most mold spores die off before they find the right conditions for growing. Still, a mold spore can survive for months under adverse conditions and will start a mold colony when the right conditions finally do present themselves. Once those conditions are met, the spore germinates. That means it begins to reproduce itself, usually within 24 to 72 hours. Soon the mold colony becomes visible to the naked eye. In some cases, mold can be detected because of its musty smell. Some types of mold also produce mycotoxins, which simply means toxins or poisons produced by molds. Mycotoxins catch a ride with mold spores and try to attack the cells they come in contact with. Even if a spore is dead and can no longer be reactivated, the mycotoxins it contains can still work if they come into contact with other living cells. While their targets are competing molds and bacteria, mycotoxins can also harm the cells of higher organisms, including humans. Molds get into the indoor environment in many ways. First, molds enter through the ventilation system. Virtually all commercial buildings have heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, or HVAC systems. The systems draw outside air to mix with indoor air, reducing indoor contaminants that build up and provide fresh air. A poorly maintained or insufficient filtration system allows bypass of molds and other contaminants such as pollen. A second route molds take to get indoors is infiltration. Like to open a window and feel the cool springtime breeze? Well, you're welcoming in molds, pollens, and everything else in the outdoor air. Opening a door has the same effect. This happens in homes more than commercial buildings due to pressurization of the structure. Most commercial buildings have positive air pressure. This means there's more air being drawn into the building by the HVAC system than being let out. When you open the door and feel the rush of air trying to go past you outside, that's indication of positive pressure. Negative pressure is just the opposite. Air tries to get indoors when you open the door. That's infiltration. Another route molds enter the building is you. If you've been outside, mold spores get on your clothes, and you unknowingly escort them into the building. In some cases, molds are introduced into the building during construction. Certain materials used in construction may contain moisture or have the ability to retain moisture. After construction is complete, molds begin to grow, usually unnoticed for some time. It's situations like this that usually lead to massive mold infestations.